Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with the final episode of Hellsing Ultimate. Last time we finished up the fight with Alexander Anderson, where he eventually died after Alucard ripped out his heart, destroyed it, and severed his connection to the nail, and Alucard wept for Anderson's death, realizing that it's exactly what happened to him 500 years ago, how he became a monster. But then Walter showed up, de-aged, now as a vampire, and was dead set on killing Alucard, as Integra and Ceres went to board the Major's blimp and put an end to this whole charade. So yeah, Alucard and Walter began to fight, which was pretty cool, and then Walter kept de-aging, and Alucard also reverted to a different form, a form from when Walter was a young man, and basically took the form to reflect Walter's childish outburst against him, basically, which was pretty cool. And so yeah, that's pretty much where we're leaving this into the final episode. Now, there won't be a show replacing Hellsing Ultimate just yet. I know that Season 4 of Demon Slayer is going to be coming out in spring, and there's also going to be the new season of Doctor Who, I believe, coming out. So I'm not going to have anything replace Hellsing right now. But yeah, so if you don't see anything on Tuesdays, that's why. I just wanted to get that out there. Also, just the next week, I'm not going to be posting videos anyway, just because I'm taking a break for 1 week. So yeah, but that's just the kind of normal house cleaning business that we got to attend to. Speaking of house cleaning, that is a butler's job, and we should go see if the butler can finish his job. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Hellsing Ultimate. Here we go. Also, my voice probably sounds very tired. This is the 5th video I've recorded today, so I am tired, but I'm excited. Let's get going. I am exhausted. Happy Halloween, everybody. I know it's January now. I know, unless you're watching this on Patreon Early Access, in which case it is still December, but I know that it is January now of 2024. But happy Halloween, everybody. I'm so tired. Okay, but I did it. I finally did it. I finally watched Hellsing Ultimate. I finally did it. I watched Hellsing Ultimate. Years and years in the making. Technically, 4 years in the making since Hellsing Ultimate abridged. And then the next year watching the original Hellsing. Gotta say, better ending than the original Hellsing anime. I don't even remember what happened in that one. It just was weird. But you were blinked out of existence by Warrant Officer Schrodinger. I got better. Yeah, I mean, it's like Wrath in Full Metal Alchemist. He just killed all the rest, and now it's just him. But if anyone in there was going to do that, yeah, it's him. It's the freaking Wallachian prince, you know? Man, you know what I actually really like? That after 10, what was almost, I feel like 20 minutes of the Major explaining why he did all of this, why, he's better, why he's human, why he despises Alucard, and finds it to be his greatest conquest, and, all of this going exactly as he planned, and, getting the checkmate and winning. I love that after Integra kills him, she basically just says, nah. That's it. Which it's like, yeah. Nah. It's like, because everything went exactly as he planned, does this mean that everything he said was right about, him having this shred of humanity and being better than Alucard, who is below even a human? No. It just means he likes to hear himself talk. Fuck him. Yeah. And I like that because I feel like there's so many times in fiction, because what I've liked, and I think a lot of audiences have enjoyed more recently, is just unadulterated villainy, We had a long string of, I don't even know, not redeemable, but I mean redeemable bad guys, or bad guys where you see the humanity, or you see the tortured villain, the I don't think I'm a villain, But there is something just nice about watching a movie and just seeing a bad guy, because they do exist. I know humans are complicated, but some people are just born motherfuckers, Some people are just motherfuckers to their very core, and there's no two shits to give about them, Speaking of motherfuckers to their very core, Nazis are like that. They're pieces of shit, And it's something that we thought the world accepted this, and now there are some people who have forgotten that the Nazis were pieces of shit. But it's just that's it, The Major can go and spew, have this verbal vomiting. And yeah, you can talk about it. That's fine. But I love at the end of this, it's just a nah. And it's the difference of because you had the moment with Walter where he was like, Alucard is gone and I am the one left standing. And he's like, but why doesn't it feel right, And it's like, well, because you didn't do it, And I guess, honestly, when you stop and think about it, too, yeah, the Major lost. It was on a delay. He won for 30 years. And that was it. But you could even say he didn't win because Cerys is still there. The last of the vampires, that we know. I mean, I don't know. The original series, the original anime shows other vampires, but we don't see any of that in Hellsing Ultimate. So, but yeah, it's like he goes through this entire 50-year thing to kill Alucard. Cerys is right there. You didn't really win, And, Integra, her goal was not... Integra's mission was not to beat the ideology of the Major. It was just to go and clean up the mess. And there was a big mess, but her goal was accomplished. Like, and then just to, really cement the fact, Alucard came back 30 years later. You didn't win a fucking thing. All of this philosophical, I almost said philosophical, now I did. All this philosophical talk of humanity and everything. And because that's the thing, it's like, oh, I am not part of the... I don't know what accent this is. I don't think it's German. I am not part of... This is the Dexter's Laboratory accent. I am, a machine, yes, but because I have the human will, I keep going. That was like a Borat, honestly. We'll stop with the accents, but it's just... Oh, I might be a machine, but I still have my human will, therefore I am better than Alec. Like, what the fuck are you talking... It's just, Jesse, what the fuck are you... Like, no, it's just fuck you. And I love that Integra just puts him down. It's just... No, fuck you. You're just a man desperately clinging to some idea that you're special, Like, this is gonna sound terrible, and I don't even know if I fully, believe in this, so don't get too, mad if you do, but the Matrix is just a fucking Redditor. It's just a maybe that's casting a bad light on Reddit, but I don't know, he's just a fucking internet troll. He's like, I'm better than you. It's like, you are just some fucking piece of shit. You're no better than anyone else. And you go to such lengths becoming this fucking robot that it's like, you're nothing. You're literally nothing. You're not special. You have this whole grandiose thing, but you're nothing. You're just fucking nothing, man. Because even still, the plan didn't work. It may have kind of worked. Alucard was not a part of the world for 30 years, but it didn't even work. And that's the thing, is what Alucard always said, he has to be defeated by a man. And only one man, I think, has ever truly come close. And that's Professor Van Helsing. Now, I don't fully know or understand what happened after that. I'm assuming that Alucard's essence... I don't know, because they brought in Mina Harker, and that's ridiculous. They used the bones of Mina Harker to create artificial vampires. That's crazy. Do you think Alucard ever realized that, I mean, if he did, he would have been more pissed, I feel like. And he was already pissed about... he already hated the artificial vampires, but... I know this is a dumb question. And I know this obviously does not have an answer, but just... What the fuck is Schrodinger? And I know that's the point. That's the point. But it's like... Because that's the thing. It's like, it's not... The Major's plan is not, a human drives a stake through his heart. What he comes up with is, basically blinking him out of existence. He is everywhere, yet he is nowhere. But my question is, where did the Germans get Schrodinger? Schrodinger is basically just a glitch in a video game. And Alucard absorbed the glitch, thus creating the paradox within him. That's really it. But the question still is, in all of this, where did they get Schrodinger? But that's the point. That's the point. isn't it? Checkmate. Checkmate. Ugh. And he saw the sunrise. Every time he dies, he sees that sunrise. From the first time when he was Vlad, to the second time when he was Dracula, to the third time when he is Alucard. I love, too, there's just no explanation for why he became a girl. Because it's like, oh, that's the form he had when Walter was young. I love there's no reason, though. It's just that's just what it's how he felt like back then. Just felt like being a moe anime girl. Oh, I'm so tired. And I like, again, at the end, Integra's just, I'm tired. Let's go home. It's like after all of that, just, fuck, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. And again, you know, the whole thing of, oh, you think you're special. The doctor thinks he's special. He thinks he's a revolutionary with science. Just made some fucking cheap knockoffs. Fuck him. I like that little bit of Walter being the one to do it and dying there. This was something, wasn't it? I don't know how analytical the fan base gets about Hellsing, but I'm sure you can, but I feel like Integra just sort of quashes it. It's just like, just fuck it. You know? And hey, we watched a crazy, fun, action, edgelord show, you know? And it was great. There is still something left, though. The Dawn OVAs. I believe there are 3 of them. How about next Halloween? But this was good, and this was fun. And I really enjoyed it. And this last episode was good and fun. And I really, again, I just appreciate. And maybe this is just for my, you know, just because of my brain. Like, you know, sometimes I don't want to get analytical, you know. And I really don't want to get analytical with... I don't want to debate the concepts of humanity based on what a fucking Nazi talks about, you know? So I just like Integra basically just putting it down as like, no, you're just fucking crazy. You're just a pathetic, crazy, cowardly man, you know? And it didn't work, because 30 years later, he came back anyway. Because it takes... And that is the ultimate, like, quashing of the Major's arguments, is it didn't work because it takes a man to defeat a monster. Where he thought he was a man with, you know, monstrous tendencies going against a monster with the tendencies of man. You were just another monster, and it didn't work. No monster can defeat that monster. And that's just that. Also, there was a Wolfman. Honestly, that is like the least interesting thing in all of Hellsing, is that Wolfman. I also don't know, because you clearly didn't get you clearly didn't make a werewolf based on the bones of Mina Harker, so I don't know where this came from. But granted, we have no idea how Vlad the Impaler became Dracula, so I guess we're just gonna leave that open, you know? Also, why can't Integra have children? I assume she can't, but if it's just that she didn't, that's one thing, I guess. But, like, I don't know. I was kind of waiting for that, you know? I thought that would be kind of cool, like, if we see a son or a daughter of Integra, you know? But, oh well. Maybe without Alucard, she lost maybe not the will, to keep the Hellsing family going, but I don't know. She doesn't have children. That's just that, I guess. So, of course, they talk about her as like, oh, you know, she's old, she's ancient and stuff. Like, she's like, what, 51? That's fine. I mean, I know, when you have to say all of this to Saris, who's the same age she was 30 years ago, sure, I guess I get why. I guess I get why you think you're so old, but, I don't know. Oh, boy, what a show. What a show. But I'm glad we did this. Glad we did it, and glad we had fun. And, yeah. Maybe we'll pick up the Dawn some other time. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Hellsing reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.